as relates to the Electoral Act, Section 142. I'm seeking to delete that section and to replace it with another fashion. Let me just read Section 142 of the Electoral Act. Where an election tribunal or court nullifies an election on the ground that the person who obtained the highest votes at the election was not qualified to contest the election, or that the election was marred by substantial irregularities or non-compliance with the provision of the Electoral Act, or the election tribunal or court shall not declare the person with the second highest vote or any other person as elected, but shall order for a fresh election. The Supreme Court, in the case of Dangana versus Usman, has ruled against this section, and there is need for us to amend it. Where a party presents a candidate that is not qualified for an election, ab initio, and the tribunal later found that that candidate was not qualified for the election, why would all those that participated with that election with such candidate suffer for it? And you are ordering for a fresh election. What I'm amending is that the court may declare the person that scored the second highest vote as the winner of such an election. That is the amendment that I'm bringing in, just to go with the Supreme Court decision on Dangana versus Usman 2013. If we look at the cost of funding election on the part of the candidate, the part of the state, is too much, and there is need to reduce as much as possible the cost of funding election. So if a party can be negligent enough to make mistakes, they should be made to suffer for it. We shouldn't at all hold the hand of the court from taking such decisions for declaring the second highest candidate as winner. And if you look at the rate of inconclusive election in Nigeria lately, you know, inconclusive elections started from Kogi. Only God, INEC, and their court knows why Kogi election was declared inconclusive. After that election was declared inconclusive, it went to Bayelsa, it went to Rivers, even in Kogi today, a senatorial election for Kogi East, which was conducted, a rerun which was conducted 2 months or 3 months ago, is still inconclusive today. As we move towards 2019, Mr. Speaker, I have one fear, God forbid. In 2019, this same INEC will be charged with the responsibility of conducting many states election, National Assembly election, and the presidential election. If we go by the way it is going now, it will almost take INEC 1 year to conduct national election. This ghost of inconclusive election, God will help us to deal with it. If not, God forbid, our election in 2019 will be inconclusive, and we are going to battle with it for more than 1 year. I'm talking about amending the bill brought by the majority leader on the governorship, the deputy governor being allowed to take over when we have an event that the governor passed away. Even the Constitution allowed that when the president or the governor, before being sworn in, after winning, before being sworn in, if suddenly, God forbid, they pass away, the Constitution allowed that the deputy take over. So if an election is ongoing, it has started, you just have, even because of Kogi, if we are not going to miss it, it was concluded. I'm from Kogi State. But even if it's not concluded and it's ongoing, why wouldn't we allow the deputy governor to conclude the election and be declared winner, and a section of the Constitution that says the deputy governor can be sworn in should take place after concluding the election. So we need to keep checking on our Constitution and the Electoral Act so that when there is need to amend, we don't allow a lacuna or a problem to take place before we amend such section. Thank you.
Take contribution from